Welcome to episode 4 of our leadership series. Today, we're diving into a topic that every leader, recruiter, negotiator should master: reading hidden agendas and detecting deception through facial profiling. The ability to recognize when someone is holding something back, hiding information, or misrepresenting facts can transform the way you lead. Hire and build trust within your organization, and it all begins with the face. Most lies are not spoken, they're shown. Words can be rehearsed, but facial expressions often betray the truth. We're not talking about judging people or making assumptions. This is about training yourself to observe subtle cues and micro-expressions that often reveal what is left unsaid. In high-stakes business environments, this skill is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Let's begin with facial asymmetry. A genuine emotion appears symmetrically on both sides of the face. When someone fakes a smile, you often see one side of the face lifting more than the other. This unevenness is a red flag. It's the body's way of mimicking emotion without fully committing to it. Next time someone agrees to a deal or claims alignment but smiles only with half their face, pause and ask a follow-up question. Their mouth said yes, but their face might be saying something else. Similarly, watch for delayed expressions. When someone hears good news and takes too long to smile or react, it could indicate the emotion is not authentic. The delay suggests the person had to think before showing the expression. Real emotions are instant. If they are not, your intuition should be alert. Now let's focus on eye behavior. Eyes are a powerful window into cognitive activity. Contrary to popular belief, looking away doesn't always mean lying. But inconsistent eye contact, excessive blinking, or sudden changes in gaze direction during specific questions can be strong indicators that something is being concealed. For instance, if someone looks you directly in the eye while discussing general matters, but starts blinking rapidly or looking down when asked about deadlines, you should explore further. The face is not lying. It is responding with instinct. That is where the truth lives. Another critical feature is lip movement. Tight lips, lip biting, or sudden dryness of the lips can indicate anxiety, stress, or discomfort with the conversation. Often, people who are hiding something will press their lips together, as if holding back a statement. They may speak with slower, overly calculated sentences, but the lips give away the tension. Combine this with other signs like limited facial expression, minimal head movement, or overly polite nodding, and you start to build a pattern. The eyebrows also play a significant role in spotting deception. Raised eyebrows can indicate surprise or skepticism. But in a deceptive context, they often appear out of sync with the rest of the expression. For example, someone might raise their eyebrows when denying a serious allegation, but the rest of their face remains still. This inconsistency is not normal. In genuine surprise or shock, the entire face reacts together. So when you see fragmented expressions, eyebrows moving, but eyes staying still, or vice versa, you should become curious. Not accusatory, but curious. That is the leader's posture. Micro-expressions are next. These are split-second facial movements that reveal underlying emotions before a person can consciously mask them. For example, a candidate might smile throughout an interview, but flash a micro-expression of fear or disgust when asked about their previous job. These expressions are often gone in a fraction of a second. But once you train your eye, you'll start to see them clearly. They are not guesses. They are hardwired emotional responses that cannot be controlled, only hidden. And now, with AI-powered profiling tools like FOQUS AI, these expressions can be detected with more precision and speed than ever before. Let's bring this into the business setting. Imagine you're conducting a high-stakes negotiation. The other party assures you that the pricing is final. But you notice that just before saying that, their face tightens, their smile is uneven, and they avert their eyes. Do you accept their words at face value? Or do you use your facial reading skills to probe further? A good leader doesn't react immediately. They observe, they ask, they watch again. The truth usually lies beneath the surface, not in the sentence. In another scenario, you're interviewing a candidate who seems overconfident. Their resume is impressive. Their answers are rehearsed, but their face lacks congruence. When discussing team collaboration, their eyes narrow and their mouth stiffens. When asked about failure, they smile too quickly and too widely. These are not just social quirks, these are signs of rehearsed storytelling. As a leader, it is your responsibility to look beyond the words and into the human behind the role. The most powerful part of facial profiling is that it brings humanity back to leadership. We're not just looking at people as performers of tasks. We're re-looking at them as complex emotional beings who express their truth in their own unique ways. By learning to read the face, you're not just protecting your company, you're deepening your connection to the people around you. That builds trust faster than any spreadsheet ever could. Now let's talk about suppression. Suppressed emotions often leak through what we call facial leakage. A person may be trying to remain neutral, but display momentary flashes of irritation or contempt. The contempt expression, for example, is a single-sided lip raise that indicates disdain or superiority. You see this in someone who is pretending to be agreeable, it's a red flag. It doesn't mean they are an enemy. It means there is inner disagreement, and that's your invitation to open a deeper dialogue. Your environment also matters. People express differently in groups than in one-on-one settings. A team member may appear composed in a meeting, but display stress signals when alone. Train yourself to observe people across different settings. You'll begin to notice patterns that reveal what they're really feeling. And once you do, your leadership becomes sharper, wiser, and more human. It is important to remember that facial profiling is not about catching people doing wrong. It's about seeing what people are not ready or able to say. It's about creating safer spaces for truth. When you respond to subtle signals with compassion and curiosity, you invite honesty. That's what great cultures are built on. Leaders who can read faces reduce conflict, they prevent bad hires, they strengthen relationships. Most importantly, they show that they are paying attention. And in today's noisy world, attention is the highest currency. When someone feels seen, truly seen, they respond with loyalty, creativity, and commitment. That is the power of human-centered leadership. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. Over the next week, watch the people you interact with, your team, your peers, your clients. Notice the moments when their expressions don't match their words. Reflect, don't react. Ask one extra question. Give one extra pause. Watch how much more truth comes to the surface. Facial profiling is not just a skill. It's a leadership superpower. In our next episode, we'll go deeper into using facial traits to predict communication styles. You'll learn how to identify who needs direct feedback, who prefers encouragement, and how to adapt your style to build stronger, more efficient teams. Until then, keep watching, keep listening, and most importantly, keep learning.